how did the whaling capital of the world become one of the top tourist destinations in America? I think it's important that we all learn a little bit more about the history of America. I was born and raised on Nantucket Island and have been taught the history throughout my entire life. I hope to educate you all on this small historic island. Nantucket Island was first a small island inhabited by Native Americans, and now is one of the top tourist destinations in America. Nantucket has changed drastically throughout history. Nantucket is an elbow-shaped island located 30 miles southeast of Cape Cod, Massachusetts in the Atlantic Ocean. It is 14.7 miles long, 3 to 4 miles wide. It is only accessible by boat or airplane. Nantucket was first discovered in 1602 by English explorer Bartholomew Gosnold. When Gosnold first discovered the island, it was inhabited by Native Americans. And the name Nantucket comes from the Native American word that means faraway land or sandy, sterile soil tempting no one. And according to Latricia Dixon, in her 2022 article titled Nantucket, she states, it was settled in 1659. Fishing, boat building, and trading were the early activities. And after it was settled, it quickly began to flourish. Nantucketers began whaling in the 1660s. According to Nathaniel Philbrick in his 2015 article titled How Nantucket Became the Whaling Capital of the World, he states, Nantucket English settlers first disembarked on the island had been mindful of the sea's danger. They hoped to be farmers and shepherds, and not fishermen. But the farmers and shepherds quickly failed. And when a whale washed ashore, they realized how valuable the whale was because of the blubber and the oil they could extract from the blubber. And then they began whaling. The first whale boats were about 20 feet long and would be captained by one Nantucketer and 5 Wampanoags. Whaling became more advanced when one whaleboat was blown farther away to sea where they encountered a sperm whale. And when they killed the sperm whale, they found out that the sperm whale blubber was much more valuable than the right whale blubber that they have been hunting. So they began to build bigger, stronger boats so they could make the long, treacherous journey to go hunt these sperm whales, which made the island flourish more. According to Joe Billison's 2019 article titled The Rise and the Fall of Nantucket Whaling, he states, half the whaling vessels in Massachusetts were based in Nantucket, and they had the capacity to yield 30,000 or more barrels of oil a year. And because of that, it transformed Nantucket into one of the wealthiest communities in America. But the whaling industry failed in 1859 when oil was discovered in Pennsylvania. After the whaling industry failed, people began to escape the cities and tourism started on the island. Luxurious houses left behind attracted people from the cities, mostly Boston and New York. It became the largest industry on Nantucket after whaling. Now today, it is still the #1 industry in Nantucket. It is mostly in the summer. And according to the 2020 census, the year-round population of Nantucket is around 14,255. And in July and August, it swells to around 80,000 or more. It's crazy how many people come. People flock from around the country and even around the world to see the 30 miles worth of beaches Nantucket has to offer and to shop the historic downtown. And as it becomes more popular, the real estate prices have skyrocketed. In 2021, the real estate sales were worth $2.03 billion. It's crazy how much Nantucket has been able to change throughout history. It continues to change today. I hope that we have now all learned a little bit more about this small historic island. Nantucket Island started as a small island inhabited by Native Americans, and quickly became the whaling capital of the world, and now today is one of the top tourist destinations in the world. So, how do you think this little island can change more in the future?